Hello everyone and welcome once again to the Deiser Connection. How you doing? I hope you're doing great. I hope your summer was great because we're back to normal right now and it's a little bit of a bummer, but we're so excited that there's a lot of things going on from here until the end of the year. For example, we have Atlassian Team 25 Europe, which if you haven't decided yet if you will attend or not, whether you're attending or not, do not hesitate and go to the webpage of that event. We'll leave it right beneath this video. Talking about this Atlassian Team 25, there's gonna be one of the main topics, which is AI. AI right now is on top of everyone's mind, and Atlassian is no less with that. Atlassian created Rovo, created Atlassian Intelligence before that. There has been an evolution with how Atlassian uses artificial intelligence. So in order to have a chat about that and in order to learn a little bit more about how Atlassian sees the future of AI, and how you can use right now AI in the Atlassian tools, we called the Atlassian AI evangelist himself. He's Sven Peters, and we had a chat with him about all of this that I just talked about. So I'll leave you with that chat and see you later. Sven, before any kind of intros, what's one day-to-day task or boring thing, if you might call it, that AI has actually made easier for you this month?
We have a lot of Slack channels at Atlassian, and sometimes I lose totally control over what's been discussing in the Slack channel. So I have built a little bit of a Rovo agent that summarized me these Slack channels that I'm super interested in, and posted to me on a Confluence page, so I can go through that automatically. That's super cool. Can I add another thing?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
So another thing is that we have a big blogging culture at Atlassian, internal blogging culture. So everyone just blogs about what they're doing and also what's new. And some people write a lot of text, to be honest. And I'm reading through all those blog posts in the morning, and sometimes there's so much text that I say, oh, I skipped that because it's way too long to just go into that. We recently introduced a new feature. There's a small little headphone now that you can press on, and it makes a summary of the page of the text of the blog post or whatever's on the page, and reads it out for you. So instead of reading through the whole post or the whole text, I can just press the headphone, and I got updated in 1.5 minutes. I get a 1.5 minute summary in a very casual, entertaining way. I am so in love with this feature. It really saved me first a lot of time, and then also it's way easier for me to listen to content than to read through it.
That's perfect. Those are two really cool, tasks that AI has helped you, with this man. And the second one sounds magical, but it's also practical, So it's super cool, It's nice, that you have something that a tool, a feature that helps you go through big amounts of text, and can actually, save you some time. So let's go with the quick intros. I'm Fede Baronti, as you already know, and here with me is Sven Peters. He's Atlassian's AI evangelist right now. So, yes, hello, Sven. How's it going?
Hey, Fede. It's going great.
Nice,
Thanks.
nice. Perfect. Well, Atlassian Team is right around the corner, and and there will be presentations. There will be interviews with a lot of keynotes, and as Ben, already mentioned in a short video that you will see around LinkedIn the next weeks. He said that there's going to be a lot of workshops. So, and in these workshops, I believe that they will start, that will show everyone's vision about what Atlassian wants, or would like you to use with Atlassian in order to help you with your everyday tasks. So when, for example, for the vision and that evolution, when I map Atlassian AI story, if it's like it was first search and automation, right? The first thing. Well, maybe the first things. Then it was a teammate, that helps you organized. And what was the moment that that shift like clicked for you? For example, that for Atlassian, that from organization and searching, and then AI agents. When was it the click? Where how could that be the click? It's like.
So I think there are different things here. So sure, we started out with just like a chat, usual chat that you can chat with it. But then we realized, or everyone I think in this industry actually realized that if you just like put in the same prompt over and over again, you just like have a library of prompts that you use. That's just like not a good use of AI, right? You want to just like apply the same kind of prompts or behavior again and again. So that's actually when agents came to play, where we just like it's a pre-prompted pre-prompt. An agent has a pre-prompt and instructions what it should do. So you don't have to tell the agent over and over again, please be concise in your answers, and so on and so on. Please answer in bullet points, or whatever you want the agent to behave. So you can just like code that somehow and automate, and then use that in automation. And that's the real power, I think, like if you use that in automation. But it helps actually everyone in the company to build small little agents and make it really your teammate, going from an individual productivity tool to just like a team productivity tool.
Okay, yeah. So it sounds like it's just not like an answer tool, an answering tool that you prompt a question. Yeah, as you just said, it's something that actually, gets the right context, and helps you with your work for every day. So, is there any kind of myths that you're still hearing about, AI, or maybe where how to apply AI to the Atlassian tools? Is there any kind of thing that you just say like, oh, that's crazy that you think like that, or maybe no, uh, think about it this way, or something like that? Is there some kind of myth?
I think we need to also learn to work with Gen AI. That's just like something that we need to see how Gen AI react. And I see that some people use it for the first time and then they don't get the results that they want, and they're frustrated,
Yeah.
and don't know why the AI doesn't know what a human would know, right? But then it's all about the context. AI is all about the context. It's actually if you just like take it, it's if you just like put in shit in, it's shit out, right? So you need to have good data and good context for the AI to operate in, and that's I think also where some companies are really struggling with to just like give access to the right data or have their data in order, in terms of just like providing that context to the AI agents, so they can give you just like a very precise and good answer. So there's a lot of adoption problems right now because of that, because of lack of knowing how to prompt the agent right, and then giving up too early without asking the agent actually,
Yeah.
tell me why did you come up with that answer?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it tells you. So just one thing, I was building an agent just recently last week, and I was frustrated. I was just like banging my head against the laptop and saying, Rovo, come on, why are you still not listening to me? You shouldn't reply like this. And then I ask, okay, why did you reply like this? And the agent says, Sven, yeah, I know I should have answered differently, but there was a comment on this issue that we were just like asking about, telling me exactly to answer like this.
Yeah.
And I said, there
There
was a
you go.
comment, and I was looking at the issue and said, "Oh yeah, there is a comment." And the agent said, "I didn't want to overrule that comment." I said, "Oh, you're smarter than I am, really great." So
Exactly.
asking why gives you so much great insights.
Exactly.
It's
Why
amazing.
get the context, so AI, just this is great because AI, just think about AI as context plus action.
Mm.
You provide a context, and then it will provide an action. I'm answering because there's something that is telling me to answer like that, and I'm answering like that because there's something that is telling me to do so. So
Mhm.
yes, context plus action. That's pretty cool. That's super concrete. So imagine, that this adoption, when you're talking about adoption, that there's still problems of adoption. Imagining a day, a normal day for a PM, a project manager, that needs to it has like a messy meeting note, like they have a screen with a lot of notes that are super messed up, and then it's like, how do they make it clear? Do they need to be concrete? Do they need to create a context? How is is Robo gonna help them, through those messy meeting notes, get clear and provide some points of action? I believe so, right?
I mean, it's all about your what you imagine to that you want Rovo to do, right?
Yeah.
Rovo is very good. So in general, Gen AI is very good at reading text and getting the sense out of text, and
Mhm.
making sense out of it. So in that context, like messy meeting notes, it's great to have Rovo just like to discover like what's inside there, what's important, what's not important. Maybe even if you have more context, so like let's say the organization context, if you have stored all your stories or whatever in Confluence, and Rovo can tap in it, or in Google Docs, whatever connector you have to Rovo, um, then it helps Rovo to have this more context around your messy meeting notes to give you a better answer or better summary what's in those meeting notes. I can tell you just like how we use it. So we use actually Loom AI to transcript our meetings. So if our product managers talk to customers
Mhm.
and they don't have to write those meeting notes anymore, Loom AI. But this is just like what usually every video conferencing tool or video tool is doing these days. The great thing is that with the Loom AI note taker, you press exit that meeting, and it will create automatically a Confluence page for you with a summary of the meeting, creating directly, and then having the video there. So
Mhm.
our product managers, coming back to that stories, use the transcript to apply a framework. So we have this. When we interview a customer, we have a specific template that we need to fill out, right? What are the challenges of the customer? What are the action items that we can take on? What are the features that we could build to help those customers?
Mhm.
But the agent, we have an agent that extract right that out of this transcript and gives you just like in the template format, right?
Yeah.
In this template, your customer interview, and even more than that. So it also finds things in in those it finds the action items or the feature request in those customer interviews, puts them into Jira as tickets, as ideas, and then creating public. We have a task that runs every week over those items in
Mhm.
Jira, over those feedback items, and generates product request
Requests.
descriptions out of
Okay.
that, because
Amazing.
it's we can't have multiple interviews that all saying the same thing, right? So we
Yeah,
can see,
exactly.
oh wow, this is an overlap here between those 50 customers that we interviewed, and Robo will find it out and create a product requirement document for that.
That's pretty cool. That from raw information, you can get action. It's amazing. That's a friction too, because imagine that those note takers, as you said, maybe the Loom note taker, or maybe some other apps note takers, they create documents that are really big, with all the conversations, and all the chats and so on. But the second friction that I see right there, is from that raw creating steps, creating work items, creating things that you can actually work into, so that's a really amazing thing, because it allows you not to go through the whole big text, the whole big block of text, analyze, and then maybe copy pasting like we usually do, just creating those stuff directly in Jira.
And
That
and who wants to do that anyway? No one.
no one wants to do that anyway. That's friction. That's friction as it is. It's crazy. I hope that this conversation was interesting and that it triggered some kind of curiosity about Rovo and AI. If you haven't tested out yet, okay? If you have, just let us know. How are you using it? If there's some kind of mundane task that Rovo has helped you with during this last month, maybe this last week. So we'll see each other in part 2 of this conversation. So see you soon. Bye-bye.